Hey there, it's Lori. I am stopping in today with a craft of the day for the June Camp Create over at My Favorite Things. Today's craft of the day is shaker cards. So I've got some fun stamps from the June release, and I'm going to be showing you how to make a clean and simple shaker card. So the supplies I'm using today are the Ocean Fun stamp set. I've got the fishtail flag frames. I'm using the little anchor die from You Float My Boat, and then I've got just some circle dies. These are the inside out stitch circles, all from MFT. So to start this card out, I'm going to grab my score pal. This is actually my score buddy, and I'm going to score my A2 size card at 5.5. And this way my card base is ready to just sit to the side. The next thing I'm going to do is cut the circles in my fun foam and my card front. So I have my A2 card base. I have the card front, which is a 4" by 5¼ inch, and I have two pieces of fun foam. These are each 3 3/4 by 5, and that way everything just is hidden with a little bit of a frame on each layer. On this card, I'm also going to be using the Ocean View porthole die. And so with that, I just wanted to find a similar size circle die. I found one in the inside and out stitched circle set. So I'm going to take the circle die and line that up on the front of the card with a little bit of washi and run that through. So I have the hole cut in my card front, and I'm going to take that die off really carefully, bringing the washi tape with it. And then I'm going to cut 2 holes in the fun foam. So the easiest way I found to do this is take one piece of fun foam, center it on the back of the card front, just like that. You want to flip it over, place your die cut negative right back in the spot, remove the card front. You can just center your circle die right there, and that's ready to go. I'm going to put this through my die cut machine. And so now I just have one more piece of fun foam to cut. I'm going to do that one more time. Center the fun foam behind the card front, flip that over. I'm going to place that negative back in the hole, remove the card front, and then place the circle die right back on the top. You can just slide that around till it clicks into place, and then take that negative out, and it's ready to go. So I'm going to go cut this one. And so now with these 3 die cut pieces, I've created basically the base for the shaker card. So you can see that it doesn't have to be perfect. By cutting those holes out, this will line up and everything will be hidden behind your card front. So that's basically your main shaker card box. I am going to decorate the front a little bit with some scored lines. I love scoring on a white card base, and I think that would be fun to go along with this porthole look. So I've placed the card front face down, and I'm going to score with my score tool here in my score buddy. I'm going to go every 1/4 inch, every 1/2 inch, just randomly to get a fun kind of a corrugated look. I don't know if you can see that, but it gives just a little bit of dimension on your card front. So now to create the window for the card, I'm just going to take a piece of acetate and glue it to the back of my card front. I find that using just a Tombow mono liquid glue just on a little strip around the window works the best. And I'm going to sit that to the side to dry. Okay, so to create the shaker base, all I'm going to do is take my ATG gun and glue these 2 pieces of fun foam together to create the shaker box. Again, I'm going to run some more ATG tape around that window, and I'm going to adhere this onto my main card base. Now, I don't know about you, but sometimes when I fill in a shaker card with sequins or beads or whatever your shaker material is, sometimes things will get stuck in the adhesive residue that's around the edges of your shaker box. So one thing I do is take my little embossing buddy and just kind of tap that full of the powder, and that way the powder will stick to that adhesive and help things kind of stay free to shake around in your shaker box. I also keep a really stiff bristle, just cheap paintbrush, and that way I can kind of sweep that out and get rid of that embossing powder. So the next thing I'm going to do is stamp the image inside the shaker card, and I've picked out this little octopus to go right inside. I'm going to use Orange Fizz and stamp that right in there. This also comes with a set of eyes, so I'm going to use Blueberry, which is like a navy blue. So now that I've got my stamped image inside, I'm going to add the blue and white sequins right inside, and then I'm going to add 2 little anchor dies right inside for some extra orange color. And then I'm going to take my card front and center that right on top. To finish this card, I'm going to place the porthole, and I cut this out of a silver cardstock, right here on top, and that's big enough to cover up that stitched edge. That will be placed right here. So I'm going to take a couple of dots of Tombow Mono liquid glue and center that right around the opening. So for the sentiment, I use these fishtail frames, and I love these dies. Obviously you're going to get your fishtail frame, but you're also getting 3 banners, and that is a fun multi-purpose set. So I'm using the smallest banner, and I'll show you what it looks like. The frame cutout is super adorable and something that you can use on any other project, but I've decided to just use the inside frame. I'm going to place the Keep Swimming right down here in the corner, and then I'm going to add 1 more orange anchor right here on the top. So I decided to pop this up. I'm going to just add some foam tape to the back, and I'm going to place that right down inside. It just happened perfectly that one of my score lines is big enough to just center this flag right inside. And then last, I'm going to add tiny drops of liquid glue to the back of the anchor, and then I'm going to add that right to the side of the sentiment. The last thing I always do when I finish a card is go back to that bristly brush and I sweep off the card front. I always have ink on my hands, ink everywhere, so this kind of keeps that clean, and you can get any of that embossing powder or just anything you have on your card front and just remove it without making a mess. So that is it for the craft of the day for Camp Create at MFT. Remember, if you are watching this video and you leave a comment, you have a chance to win a $15 voucher from MFT. And also, if you decide to play along with each craft of the day for the 5 days, you will be eligible to win a grand prize voucher of $150. And that is a super fun prize. You can buy lots of amazing stamp sets and dies and tools from the My Favorite Things store. So I hope you've enjoyed today's video, and I really appreciate you stopping by. Have a great day.